Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is staying on the upside. Today, we are going to take a look at a new custom build of Windows. And let's jump to the website here. This is the website of Windows X Lite. Got an awesome website. I've used several of their builds. I have never had a problem to this day. Most of them are free. This particular one, they are asking for a love offering. And this build today is Ultimate 26H1, as you can see right here, V3. Now I'm going to click on it, and it's going to take us to, this is the build we are looking at today. Now they have a V2 build, which this was done while 26H1 was in build, which worked great. I used it. But today we're going to try this one right here out. As I said, they are asking for some support with it. Guys, they put a lot into this, so they're asking for $10 or plus. Well worth it. Now, let me talk about that a minute. If you are on an old computer, the Windows that exist today will not operate on it. And if you run it through Rufus and take care of the TPM and secure boot, all of that stuff, BitLocker and all of that, you can get it on an old PC or laptop, but it's not going to perform good. So these guys takes the headache and the trouble and builds these that you can still, maybe you get a little more life out of your old computer and have a newer Windows build. And I have used it on an old computer or the 25H2, and that's what I'm using here today, by the way, is 25H2 of X-Lite, Optimal 25H2, I think it is. But anyway, so, unless you have the tools to make this, and to really make it right, some of them tools will cost you about $40. And unless you're going to do this repeatedly, like these guys just give them the $10 and be done with it. I'm sure you can find some free ones floating out here that maybe somebody has uploaded. I would stick with these guys. Now here it goes over the build info. Now there are a few updates other than this, but nothing wrong with this version here. This was the release of the public channel of it. It's not in test. It's not in build. They just got updates on this, and you can update it on here, but it's going to add stuff to it. So, unless you run into Defender or something, I'd leave that alone. And just go over it and see what all's available here and what they've took out here. If it's something you don't want, don't do it. If it is, well, then proceed on to the download. Now, as I said, they asking for a love offering of $10 or more. And if you want a custom build, honestly, this is one of the cheapest ones out there. You got Tiny 11, which is $20. Well worth it if you want a custom build that will work on an OPC, or you want to speed up. This might be an option. Just do your research. But right here, you would just click on add, and you would like give the $10 or whatever. Can you just, okay. Yeah, you could just go with one of these, I suppose. I don't know. We might need to read that and go, and you fill it out and you pay for them and blah, blah, blah. Not going to do it, done it. So at this time, let's get this installed and see what it looks like. Let's get into this and take a look at it. And hopefully we can get this thing up and going. Hopefully that will do the trick. I'm going to go ahead and make it a full screen here to give that a little bit better feel here. In just a moment, I will just say you are installing this as a fresh install on your hard drive, okay? And just a few minutes, it will bring up the installer. Right here it is. And at this point, you need to make the decision. Do you want Defender off or on? Now, if you're going to use this for maybe a few little personal things, I would recommend turning it on. If you're using it for gaming and strictly for performance, I would leave it off. All depends on what you're going to be doing with. If you're going to have personal stuff that you might want to run Defender, it does work a little bit. Okay, I guess it's better than not having none. It's never made any difference with or without it for me for what I do, record and edit videos. Uh, but for the sake of it, I'm going to use the Defender today. And before you go any farther, get your. I'm going to try and see if I can do this. I don't know if I mess it up or not. Get your keyboard out and hit Shift and F10 and bring up the command prompt. And then you want to type in. Now, this is if you're doing a fresh install on your hard drive. Because, as I said in the first video, it don't always clear it, okay, these custom builds. Now, the original Windows usually does, because it asks you, do you want to delete everything and install? You get what I'm saying. So these don't always do it. So you may end up with two operating systems stacked on top of one another. I always like to clear my hard drive if I'm doing a fresh install, okay? This is how you do it. Disk, part, and that will be together. You don't space that now. Now you want to do list disk. You want to space it. List space disk. Okay, it should look like that, and hit enter. And it shows you the disk. So right here would be the disk, okay? So it says it's disk 0. Of course, ain't no other one on it. So you would type in select space disk space. Can anybody guess what we do next? Select this 0 and then hit enter, and it should tell you that it's selected. Now you just type in clean. It's successfully cleaned. So your disk is wiped out now. At this point, if you are doing a true install, now this ain't going to affect the virtual machine because as you've seen that it's only what I gave it in the virtual machine. So hopefully that'll allow me to do that. If not, there's 134 GBs gone on my hard disk. But this is virtual machine I'm just going on. At this point, exit. And then exit again. I took that a little slow there. So now we are ready to install this, okay? Now I didn't have to do that because I'm in a virtual machine, okay? So select which one you want, with or without. It's your choice, depending on what you're using it for. Next. And here it brings you to the install. The only thing, I always hit refresh when I'm been in the command prompt and clearing it off. It's now refreshed and we can continue on. This is the installer and it will go through these, and once it does all of that, we should be good to go. So I'm just going to let it do its thing, and then I will be back when we get to the bottom down here, okay? Okay, we're fixing to go into a restart. Now, if you are installing a fresh install and you have your flash drive in there, I will give you instruction when to get that flash drive out. Okay. Right now, pull the flash drive out. Okay. Now you should boot up into the install that you have just put on there. Now this will probably flash and go around for just a little bit. And if you set Rufus up right, the only thing that you should have to do is let it do its thing, and it will reboot a few times, and you should be on the desktop of the setup. Okay, like I said, this will go around for a little. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I let it do its thing and see what it does. Well, that's a little bigger, so this is the install of that. The first thing I always do is see what it's doing. So I always go to Task Manager, and yeah, it's pretty light. Okay. And let me go here. That's what we want to look at. Yeah, pretty good. If this is regular Windows, now it may jump up and down a little because for whatever reason in the virtual machine, it varies so much. I don't know why that is, or at least on mine. But processor, the threads, the handles, they have cut this down less than half. You can't fight this, guys. And it's somewhat stable, believe it or not, even in the virtual machine. So the next thing, I'm going to go here. Now, you get this layout on this because of the start all back it's on it. Okay? Let's get the look of the size of it. Here's the file. And I'm just going to go ahead and pin that thing. And open this up. I want to take a look at the size of it. Double click. Yeah. Oh, we ain't set that halfway. Let's see the size of it. It is a 10.2, so compared to 28 or 30, not too bad. The one that I have on here was lighter. So that being said, I probably just run what I got. I don't think there's going to be that much difference. This is a little heavier than the 25 that they got, 25H2 one. But that still ain't bad compared to 30, 32. If you install the one that Windows has that I showed you in that first video, this will be, I think mine was around 32. It always runs more on mine. Other people shows it on YouTube and it's lower. I don't know what's going on there. I guess you got your partitioning and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's still pretty light though. But I'm just going to leave what I got. I already put it on, so I will make a copy of this, and I may put it on another computer. Maybe I get one in, because you can run this on older software and things such as that. So that's pretty much the look at it. As you can see, you've got, this is what you got on it. Not much at all. And then you got your tools you can work with. It will be a little slower in a virtual machine, by the way. And I've not put it on high performance. Don't know if it makes any difference in a virtual machine. Yeah, it's on balance. You could say don't high performance. And there's a little trick getting ultra high performance here too if you need it. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if it makes a difference in the virtual machine, but I put it there. You notice that everything is in dark mode, even this, the control panel. And all of this other stuff is still the same setup. Like you go into personalize. All of that should still be the same. I can't do much. I've not activated it. I do have a test code to use in the virtual machine. that enables me to do all of that. But I'm not going to do it today. There's no need in it. Yeah, I'm locked out until I put a code in there. But anyway, um, I don't feel that there's any need to do that today. Here's your starter folder, and like you can set your account up here, like right here, and then you got a few other things, PowerShell if you need to use it, and that thing, whatever it is. I didn't see that on mine, so I would have to check more into that. And e-printer that you set up for it. Xbox stuff's here, and they just give you the option to have this. Uh, Microsoft Store, if you want some apps that it don't have, and it probably will, you can install that. It comes with no web browser, so you get the choice of Chrome, Edge, or Firefox. But everything to get you started should be right here. If you want the little weather thing, down here you can install it here. You got a few registries here. You got all their information here, and then our wallpapers, what they have available. Okay. Anyway, I've done about all I can do with this thing, guys. The trends, even I don't have my drivers on here, like the video drivers or any of that on here. It is what it is. And the transparent or the translucent is pretty darn good without that. Guys, that's it on this video. That's a look at the new release of X-Lite Optimum 11 26H1. Have a good one. Stay on the upside, and I'll catch you on the next one.